cartwheels, roundhouse, front walkovers. Anybody. So, and then we do it with two hands, so we just knock out the one hand like that, and then that front walkover is right there. Let me take this out. So this was one of the drills that he was. So he was doing it's a cartwheel drill. Where he puts the one hand down and then snaps the leg up as fast as he can. And then if they're flexible, they try to keep their foot on the ground, but it's really hard. Going down like and then all he does is just apply it to the cartwheel. And then you can do the same thing for front walkovers. You just turn and you'll put two hands down. And apply it to a front walkover. And then the more, like I try to use that for a lot of flexibility too. Like if you notice, you guys like right here, and then it's not going to stay on the ground. But if you force them to keep their foot on the ground, it'll help them to get the flexibility, and they can do it with both legs. So then that way they get used to trying to hold a split. Like halfway through, I should see a split upside down. So then that way they have a foot touch the ground, and then they have a foot in the air, and then their hands can come up. And so that way they can practice that there, so that you can see the foot on the ground, foot here, foot here, foot here, and then they kind of know what they're lacking in. So that's cartwheels, and you can apply that same cartwheel drill to your roundhouse as well. Anybody have anything for back bends? Back bend overs, back walkovers? Yeah. Any drills? Oh yeah. Demo. Landing back. There you go. And now cross your arms behind your head to your opposite right arm touch your left shoulder.
Follow me on Instagram, Tumbling grab your biceps.
Now lift up into a bridge. There we go. Now lift one leg up. Keep your heel on the ground. Keep your heel on the ground. There we go. Switch legs. Good. Put your feet back down. And now push your chest as far to the mirror as you can. There we go. Now kick over. Good. Yes. Definitely. Look at that. You learn something every day. And then from there, so they get the idea of being upside down and kicking over. And it also, we take the emphasis off of the back flexibility, which they still want to have, but more the shoulder flexibility, which is where they, want to try to hold, like any weight that they're having on their hands, they want to try to use the back part of the shoulder versus, the front part. So they want to open up the shoulders and engage the upper back. And then from there, I'm going to switch you. Try to put your chest against the mat. Oh, keep your hands in close, Now walk and put your chest against the mat. Good, now walk it back up. And as you walk it back up, put your feet back under you. That's it. Good, so we actually, as a little shorter, we want to try to do it against the wall, so that way they can actually walk it all the way up and finish looking up and back at their hands, so they get used to going down and up, so it's forward and backwards. They're going to be able to work when they do that. And then also, you start over here. Which way you start on the left? So start on this side, and then do a cartwheel, stop in a handstand. So right here, you're going to cartwheel this way. Slide it this way. So you want to try to get as close to that as possible. Good luck. Good. From here, now walking in. All the way in, right in. Good. And bridge it down. Walk it up. There we go. And then they can go, they can bridge it down, they can bridge one leg and then try to walk it up. It's really hard. But a lot of those things you try to set up, it's almost, you make the skill a little bit harder and they have to, try to walk it all the way up on one, on one leg. But then when they actually go to do a front walkover or a back walkover, they're like, well, I just sat there and had to climb up a dang wall on one foot upside down. A back walkover, front walkover doesn't seem as hard. Anybody else the drills for level 1?